I'm loading up the dip on SafeMoon. Don't you know? It's gonna be the next Bitcoin. So guys, today with markets bleeding, I wanted to set up this little advisory for you guys and let you know that things are bearish a little bit. Definitely be careful. If you're down, hodl tight, and if you can, DCA downwards. But most importantly, I am gonna say this: we're coming up with a lot of content for this bear market, and we're going to be putting our creative spin on the content to come to keep you guys entertained throughout this bear market. So don't panic. We didn't forget about you guys, and we're not running away. The same way that we were there for you when it was bullish, we're going to be there for you if it's bearish. So keep your eyes peeled for the content that's coming. Because like if it is a bear market, it's not confirmed yet. 29 is our confirmation.
Yeah.
Because that means we won't be able to hold that last support. We gotta have our shit ready for that. So it's like one of those things you gotta keep in mind, guys, is like, fine, it sucks we're catching a bear market right now, and if we can't hold 29, we're gonna go to 20. But this is actually, as random as it sounds, the best opportunity to start shopping for micro cap alts. Not necessarily buying them, but start eyeing them. So that way when the market does finish bottoming out, you have your next 10 to 50 X's for the next cycle in 2023, 2024. So likely what we're going to see is we're going to scale back. Institutions are going to be loading up this dip and accumulating, and that is what's been happening. If you look at what the analytics have been saying, it's mostly bullish, but the price is bearish as fuck. So what they're saying is just in the last little while, there's been over 10,000 Bitcoin taken away from retail traders and bought by whales. So a lot of whales are rebuying this dip. Retail's the ones getting fucked because they FOMO'd in during a drop, and now they're, being fudded out. So I suppose the best thing you could do is, if you're in and you're down, hodl, or get ready to sell short at 29 if we can't hold it. Do you think we should mention that there might be merch soon?
No. We're in a bear market.
Well, yeah, very likely. I mean, we're on the 29 to 30K mark, so could be going lower. Be ready for 20K, guys. If we hit the 29 point and we can't hold it, start shorting, because we're gonna probably see 20K after, right? So if that is the case and we do go cold, there's a very good chance that we'll be cold till next year around March. Because if you look at Bitcoin's pattern, the wave pattern that it had in 2020 before the halving cycle of 2021, it started picking up around March. So I'm thinking that if we do go cold, we're going to be cold for another year, and then in 2023, that's when we're going to start seeing Bitcoin come back alive. At this point, the problem is there's too many big players involved. The only reason I think it could be earlier is it depends on how hard they shake everybody out, right? So if they shake everyone out hard enough soon, it's profitable for them to rally it again back up to make people FOMO back in. The reason they do this, and they is Wall Street and other big institutions, because they're masters of this, they do this to basically rip the wealth from you. So even if you're right about crypto going up or down, it's like they're banking on your emotional cycles and taking away your crypto based on emotions. So we're going through an extreme fear cycle right now. Like if you look at the fear and greed index, see, we're probably extremely fearful today, probably like closer to like 5 or 10. We're gonna find out now. Yeah, 11. Okay, so extreme fear. We're in the extreme fear category. So it's like last week we were fearful at 28, yesterday at 18, and now today at 11. We're extremely fearful. And if you see it hit 29 and under, we're gonna see this thing go all the way to 0. And that's basically an indicator of how fearful everyone is. And that's the thing, right? Right now everyone's fearful, and most of the biggest players buy when people are fearful. It's usually on the opposite end of the spectrum, on the greed spectrum, that we end up seeing the bigger guys starting to sell because people get greedy. So it's like around 60, 70K, or 69K, around that region is when people got greedy. That's when most of the biggest sells happened onto, I guess, like FOMO. And The way I see it is right now most people are either panicking to sell, and then very few are still actually looking to buy. So we're going to see how far they push this next wave. If they get enough people to sell, they'll push the price back up because they're the ones buying it. But if they see that people are still holding their ground and buying, they'll probably try to push it lower to scare people out.
He was waving.
Yeah, that's beautiful. More or less, I guess some of the most important things that I'm going to say, if things do get bearish, set up your positions so that way you're comfortable to hold what's already down and be, ready for it to climb back up when the time is right. Definitely start dollar cost averaging downwards, meaning buying all these little micro dips all the way down and loading up for the next cycle, which is going to be probably next year, worst case scenario. I mean, once you're more or less set afterwards, get whatever you can in a staking pool, start staking so you can get some extra rewards and compounding your gains. And most importantly, after you set yourself up and you're ready to just hodl tight, unplug from your phone and go outside. Life is more than just booba and numbers. So enjoy your life, because if you can't enjoy your life, what's the point of all these gains that you're trying to make, right? So definitely take that with you guys.